Bombay Caterers Association. And now, as I announced earlier in the morning, sharp at 3 p.m. we were supposed to meet here at conference. So the time has come that now I invite on stage एक ऐसे शेफ जो हमारे साथ जुड़ने वाले हैं, जो अपने इनोवेटिव अप्रोच और एक्सपर्टीज के लिए जाने जाते हैं. वो आज हमें अपना एक्सपीरियंस और इनसाइट्स हमारे साथ शेयर करेंगे. So everyone, with huge round of applause, let's welcome on stage Chef Harsh Sodhan, the founder of the Gourmet Kitchen and Studio. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. Would like to say a few words for him specially. A passionate food enthusiast and culinary innovator, Chef Harsh has spent years perfecting the art of modern vegetarian cuisine, from catering intimate events to luxury brands functions. His culinary journey is a perfect blend of creativity, quality, and innovation. So let's welcome one more time with a huge round of applause, Chef Harsh Sodhan.
No, I'm fine. Good afternoon, everyone. A big thank you to our lovely host for that overwhelming introduction. Appreciate it. Well, my heart is actually in my mouth right now because we have some industry stalwarts sitting right here in front, and I don't know what more gyan I can give to them. Right, so on one side I have the excellent Haresh Bhai, who is like our god for the catering industry. One side is my brother-in-law Manish Bhai sitting here from Garware. So these are all big stalwarts from catering, and I hope to contribute a few moments from my journey, which started about 10 years ago. These guys have been around for I don't know how many years, but thank you very much for taking out your time to come and listen to what I have to say. Before we talk about menus, marketing or money, let me ask you one question. And how many chefs here or caterers here, chefs, caterers, or those who cook? Anybody who cooks? Excellent. So when was the last time a guest at your event closed their eyes and after a bite said, yum? Remember that moment, right? Right there. And for that moment, we are all here, for that experience and for that memory, correct? Because in our world, whether we are caterers, chefs, or food entrepreneurs, we don't just serve food. We serve experiences, emotions, and memories. Let me take you back 25 or 26 years ago, 1997, February 20th or 24th, I think, I got married. And my caterer was Haresh by that time, right, sir? And what a memory he has created, because people still remember the food that he had churned out. And that is what we are talking about. And he has been an inspiration. That's why I keep coming back to him again and again. So the reality, passion alone to create good food isn't enough anymore. Agreed? We are all passionate about food. But is that enough today? In today's day and age, we are in a world where taste buds compete with Instagram reels, where presentation has to fight for attention alongside trending posts on Instagram every day, where your brand story can be as important as your spice mix. Recently, I was catering at an event, and a client came up to me and said, I saw that setup of yours and I immediately knew it was you, Harsh. So I said, have I become so predictable that you see it and you know it's me? And she said, no, Harsh, it's not about that. But your food styling and your presentation is so particular and so detailed that I know it was you. And now that kind of made my day for that event. Today, I want to share with you 3 key pillars that are redefining success in our catering and food industry. 1, crafting menus. It's not as easy as it used to be earlier. 4 sabzi dal do, 4 appetizers dal do, 2-3 desserts dal do, and your menu is created. It's no longer about a simple menu. A menu has to tell a story. There has to be a narrative behind every menu you create. Next is elevating food presentation and it's become an art form, right? You've seen the guys creating food behind. It's almost an art. It's not about just putting stuff in a chafing dish anymore. And third is very important, building a digital presence that influences and also inspires. So we're going to touch upon all these three topics, and I hope by the end of it you go back with some more information in your already successful careers and journeys in catering. The menu that I said is not just a list of dishes. It's our events screenplay. Third row, green shirt is sleeping. Thank you, sir. No, you're listening. Thank you. Reflects your identity as a caterer, your menu. Are you the bold innovator, mixing global ingredients with local flavors? Maybe putting guacamole on a sev puri and creating a Mexican sev puri. We've had that. Or are you the traditionalist who is guarding heritage recipes? Your classic mutton run, the dish as it should be. I hope I'm allowed to talk about non-veg food here, though I'm a pure vegetarian. Connects with the audience. Now understand your guests, very, very important. Their preferences, their dietary shifts, their emotional triggers, what excites them, age demographics, economic demographics, religious sentiments. In India, we have so many different religious sentiments that rule food. Correct? We've all about Jain food. Now we've also heard about NGO food, that is no garlic onion. They are not Jains, they are Vaishnavas and who will eat no garlic onion. So that's another new level. Then you heard of vegan and gluten-free and pescatarians, and the list is endless. But we as caterers have to keep all these in mind while creating a menu. A good menu mix must appeal to the conservative palate along with the youngsters and also manage the religious sentiments. Chole kulche for the elderly, truffle mushroom and cheddar cheese sliders for the youngsters, and ensuring there's a Jain option to the chole. Go to Punjab and ask for Jain chole, they will probably kill you. But we can't let our Jain guests down. And that too on the same table, so that they don't feel like second-class citizens. Now, these are what you got to plan when you are setting up a menu. Surprises and delights. Who doesn't love surprises, especially when they are free? Guests remember the unexpected, the twist, the contrast, the story behind a dish. For example, Ruchi's favorite pasta, Kapil's pizza, the bride and bridegroom, which are actually the way the bride and bridegroom liked their pasta pizza for a small menu from a cafe where they went on frequent dates. Now put this in your menu and see how intimate and how pleasing it becomes to the guests. It's a complete game changer. Instead of writing same old paneer tikka, imagine calling it, and a lot of us do that, charred cottage cheese with smoked mustard and memories of old Delhi. Now that becomes a crowd pleaser and a conversation starter before the first bite of your starter. Use seasonal products. You don't have to go for fancy products all the time. It keeps your menu fresh and as well as cost effective. Mangoes in season, strawberries in season, sarso in the winter. Use these products because this is what we are all about. And design a signature dish that becomes your calling card. Haven't we all heard of the chole bhature from Cream Center? I'm sure we all have. The vada pav at Kirti College. These are all signature dishes. Make one dish that's your signature dish, such that a client demands it on their menu. Manish Bhai has a dish called Veg Falguni, very famous at Garware Club. If you ever go to Garware Club on D Road, Churchgate, please don't forget to have Manish Bhai's Veg Falguni. For large events, balance safety dishes, your go-to dishes, which are basic crowd pleasers, with a creativity, and make that creative dish your main hero dish. Remember, a well-crafted menu isn't just eaten, it's experienced and remembered for years to come. The next pillar of successful catering, according to me, is the elevated food presentation and turning it into an art form. We eat with our eyes first. Everybody agrees to that? And in today's social media, your plate may go viral before the last guest has even left the venue. And we are all looking for that. We are living in a truly digital world and there's nothing wrong about it. But I feel don't just stop at the eyes. Create dishes that invigorate all your five senses, from sight to touch. And that's the beauty about Indian food, because we eat with our hands. We touch our food. There's a special bond created with food because we are touching it. We are feeling its textures, the soft khichdi, the crunchy papad. All that is a feel of the food. And then as you take the food close to your mouth to eat it, the aromas, you inhale the aromas. Remember the buttered popcorn when you walk into a theater. Your mouth starts salivating there. And then as you put it in your mouth and you hear the crunch, you remember your Lay's wafers, the first crunch of the Lay's wafers, right? It brings back memories. And that is what I'm talking about, that you can hear food. And last comes the taste. But primarily the most important part of your food dish is your taste. But if you conquer the other four senses, half your battle is already won. So please remember, try and see all these five senses are seduced by your food. Presentation is today is just more than garnishing. It's storytelling. Think about textures and colors. You don't want all your appetizers being crunchy or all your sabzis being red. I've got clients who's asked me, एक सफेद चाहिए, एक white चाहिए, एक green चाहिए, एक red चाहिए. It looks more beautiful on your menu. And I'm sure a lot of you go through that. Layering and plating. It's not about that one dish, but all the ingredients that go into making that dish. Give depth to your dish, both visually and flavor-wise. Use high and light ingredients, such as in the dish, so that it does not only create more flavors, but creates a story or a narrative for your dish. So I have a quiz, a quick quiz. I'm going to ask you one question. This is a dish that we all create, we all enjoy and we all eat. But I want you to name what it is. Seasonal winter tubers, green garlic coriander pesto, steamed broad beans. Any guesses what it is? Bang on, undia. Now you call undia this name, it suddenly turns gourmet, but it is undia at heart, right? So it's all about your presentation and your naming. Props and vessels. As you can see, there are so many people selling different props and vessels today. It's all about that because you're looking at your food first. Try to match the food with the container. It could be something as simple as a sakora or a pan chaat or a pan patta plate, a dim sum in a bamboo boat, a bhel in a paper cone. We all love such interesting ways of serving food. The only thing I request you not to do is use single-use plastic, right? Because that's once used and thrown away. So try and move away from that. There are so many different natural products from mitti, bamboo, pan patta, coconut leaf, all that available today. So try and use that. Create Instagram moments intentionally. Intentionally create a moment at your food stall, which is Instagrammable. Place a photogenic element on every menu. Use a huge floral prop or a beautifully plated dish. Make people stop there, click a picture and tag you. There's nothing wrong in that. Trust me, if you don't blow your own trumpet on Instagram, nobody else is going to do that for you. And today it's all about that. Don't forget, presentation should enhance taste, not compromise it. Today people put all sorts of gases and this and that, and then where is the taste in that dish? It looks beautiful, but when you taste it, it tastes like nothing. So if your mini taco shell looks great, but tastes like nothing, your customer is not going to come back to you again. The pillar third, building a strong and influential digital presence. What's the reality today? If you're not visible online, you are simply invisible, right? So if you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram profile is chef.harsh.shodhan. I'll become invisible. So remove your phones, get onto Instagram and follow me. What's the formula for a successful Instagrammable campaign for your business? Content, consistency, and connection to your audience. And that equals to influence. And that is what you want to do with your customers. You want to influence them to use you for your next event, maybe a birthday, wedding, whatever it may be. So don't make content always about selling. It has to be a story. Make your page informative, share an insight or two, maybe an experience or two. Share behind the scenes stories. People love seeing the making up of a setup, how you are creating a particular dish. And if you are magnanimous enough, share a recipe as well. It really helps, it brings in the crowd. Post customer reactions. The genuine joy of a customer's reaction to your dish sells more than staged photos. People love to see who's behind the name. Okay, that's not me. People love to see who's behind the name. The owners, the chefs, the promoters. So make it about you and not your food. Consistency. Commit to a content schedule, even if it's 2 posts a day or 2 posts a week. Do it continuously and consistently. Use trending formats like reels, posts, but keep them alive and aligned with your brand voice. It should speak about who you are as a brand. Connection with your clients, very important because you need to engage with who's looking at your content. Don't just post and vanish and disappear. React to every reaction. Like every reaction you get. Answer every question with a like. Do not defend yourself. You will hear good, bad, and ugly on your posts. Do not defend, just like. Collaborate with local influencers and food bloggers. Very, very important because they bring in the eyeballs. The digital presence works for you even when you are asleep. So that's the kind of draw digital presence will get you. Creating inquiries, bookings, and brand recall, that's your visiting card. People today nowadays don't ask for a visiting card. They ask for your Instagram handle. We are in a beautiful time where the food industry is concerned. Never before have we had this combination of tools. Immense interest in the revival of heritage recipes and ingredients. All your millets are coming back, ragi, buckwheat, everything that was, we've been eating it as Indians forever. Have you ever had tamarind latte? Like that haldi wala doodh. Mom has been giving it to us for years and years, right? Now California has brought it out into the open and called it tamarind latte. So that whole revival process is so beautiful currently. And everyone, locally or internationally, is noticing. Cutting edge and modern cooking techniques, things that you had never heard of before. Sperification, sous vide. I mean, we didn't know all this before, right? But now all that is available today to you to create, go out and create masterpieces on your dish. And global ingredient access. There was a time growing up that if mom made paneer at home, it had to be a special occasion. And mushrooms were only eaten secretly in restaurants. I don't know if you remember that time. Now your neighborhood sabziwala is selling portobello mushrooms, and every guy on the street is doing avocado milkshakes. So it's become that easy to get good ingredients. Use those ingredients, play with them, and you'll create masterful dishes. And of course, you have a free stage, which is the internet, to get inspired from, to learn from, and of course, to show off. Use it rather than Instagram or digital media using you. Don't get intimidated by the internet. It does not bite. But here's the truth. Success in our industry is no longer relegated to cooking well. It's about creating, presenting it, and sharing it in ways that leave a lasting mark. So as you leave this room today, I want you to remember, A, your menu is your story. Go on and recite it. Your plate is your canvas. Go on and paint it. And your online presence is your megaphone. Go on and announce it. Thank you very much for listening to me. And I hope I've been able to contribute a little bit of wisdom in what you do. I'm open for any questions if there are any. Great. It was quite self-explanatory then, I think. Right? Thank you very much and have a great day ahead.